Russian President Vladimir Putin recently stated that there has been no need to use nuclear weapons in the war in Ukraine and expressed hope that such a scenario will not arise. In a documentary aired by Russian state television to mark his 25 years in power, Putin emphasized that Russia has sufficient strength and resources to bring the conflict in Ukraine to a logical conclusion, in line with Russia's objectives, without resorting to nuclear arms. Responding to questions about Ukrainian strikes on Russian territory, he said, "There has been no need to use those nuclear weapons, and I hope they will not be required." Putin's remarks come amid ongoing tensions and competing ceasefire proposals between Russia and Ukraine. He also referenced Russia's updated nuclear doctrine, which, as of late 2024, lowered the threshold for nuclear use by allowing for a potential nuclear response even to a conventional attack on Russia if supported by a nuclear power. Despite this doctrinal shift, Putin reiterated his preference that nuclear weapons not be used in the current conflict. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky visited Prague on May 4, 2025, to meet Czech President Petr Pavel and discuss continued Czech support for Ukraine, including military aid and diplomatic pressure on Russia for a ceasefire. The Czech Republic's relationship with Russia remains shaped by historical events, most notably the 1968 Soviet-led invasion of Czechoslovakia, which ended a period of political liberalization and left a lasting mark on Czech society. In U.S.-Ukraine relations, President Zelensky recently signed a minerals deal with the Trump administration. Finalized in late April 2025, the agreement creates a joint investment fund for developing Ukraine's critical mineral resources, giving the U.S. preferential access to new projects while supporting Ukraine's reconstruction. Notably, Ukraine retains full ownership of its resources, and the deal does not require repayment for past U.S. military aid. Regarding the ceasefire, Putin declared a unilateral 3-day pause from May 8 to May 10 to coincide with Victory Day commemorations, but Ukraine rejected the offer. President Zelensky called it a theatrical show, and instead insisted on a month-long unconditional ceasefire, arguing that a short truce would not help achieve lasting peace. Ukraine continues to push for a 30-day ceasefire as proposed by the United States, and there is currently no agreement for the 72-hour pause to take effect.